Boom, baby, we're live. What up? It's me, LD. It's Interview with a Man, episode 880. I'm here with my Asian son, Logan, and we're going to be talking about part 2 of yesterday's episode where this chick was basically just coming at me and trying to like position herself as some kind of pseudo authority over everything I was doing without even knowing who I am. And the reason we're going to do this is because we just want to show you that fundamentally women don't know what they're talking about, especially chicks like this who are miserable, single, and really haven't figured out how to get a man, which is like the easiest thing in the world. So that being said, we're going to be finishing up the video of her comments about my appearance on Fresh and Fit. After that, we're going to break it down, and then we're going to be bringing in the host from that podcast, the Controvert podcast, and he's going to actually be giving us the receipts to prove to you guys that our initial analysis was real. You had the smile on your face.
We got a lot of good behind the scenes info on this girl. And it just confirms everything we say.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, she is cooked. But, it just, again, that's what I was talking about yesterday. Like, I could look at what this chick says and take everything to heart, but then I look at her life and she's personally a mess, and she's not even in a relationship. She can't even lock down a man. And so therefore her opinion is pretty much invalid because she doesn't know what she's talking about. I have had dozens of women fall in love with me. I have beautiful women in my life at every point in my life. And they all want to be here because I'm the fucking man. And she doesn't understand what it feels like to be loved and cherished by an actual guy who's high value. And I'm not talking about money and clout, but an actual man that gives women what they need, the feeling of emotional safety. And we're going to be talking about that and so much more. So sit tuned, and we're going to go right now.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit.
Okay, because you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious, and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay. You can do what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can do
triggered.
that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
My man,
It's common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you got to get out of god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're going to attract predators.
Welcome back to today's episode of American Women Are Cooked. And today, we're your chefs. We're going to be talking about this chick. So we're going to give you a quick breakdown. Okay, so this is what happened. I was featured on a podcast where they were talking about my appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast, which was like, dude, that was like in 2021. It was like 4 years ago, right? So this chick was just clearly a very bitter woman, very bitter individual, a lot of bitterness in her heart. You can see because she wanted to establish herself as some kind of authority with no credentials, no backing. She basically was on the podcast like, basically I just don't agree with what he's saying. Like, how does he know that? How does he know that? I disagree. How does he know that? How does he know that? Not proving anything, not having any factual basis or any kind of logic behind her argument, just very emotional, as women typically are. So we kind of dissected that yesterday. If you missed that, check that out on yesterday's episode. You'll see the same insufferable Asian girl on the thumbnail. Logan, recap. What do you think about yesterday?
I mean, this is why it's going to be important to watch this live stream. Like, we're going to go over exactly what we talked about yesterday and showing why it's important for you guys to pay attention to these things sooner, right? Because if you don't notice these things sooner about women and you can't accept these realities that this is how they look at the world and this is how they operate, and this is why some of their beliefs are a certain way, then you're going to get crushed. And this is, if you watch this live stream to the very end, you're going to be very, very successful at understanding and knowing what women say and what it actually means and why they are saying it. So if you want to get success, women, stay to the end of this video and this live stream. We're also going to expose exactly why this girl is full of fucking shit.
Dale, as they say here in Paraguay. Dr. B already sending the super chats. Thanks so much. He's passing out the plates. Let the chefs cook. Listen, I didn't start this war. Okay. Like, I don't even know who this chick is, but when you're going to talk about me and try to like label me as controlling or label me like starting to say like guys who go to Japan only marry women because they don't speak English. Like, are you fucking retarded? And yes, spoiler alert. Yes, you are. Okay. But it's just like, again, would you like to solve all the problems in America? Start by telling women to shut the fuck up because they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about at all. They have white women, especially, and women in America. They are the most privileged class in human history. Yeah. And what they have done with that is become addicted to fucking drugs, antidepressants, and become incredibly fat. Also, with 50% of the female population single. Okay, so you had your shot at the title. You fumbled the ball. Please shut the fuck up and let the men run the show, as we have been doing since the dawn of civilization. And you'll be okay. Okay? So that's it. And yeah, so that being said, we're just gonna Jason MLD already had enough of this stage, bro. It's been 4 months. Wait, so May to June, June to July, July to August. 4 months. 4 months. And yeah, I can't I respect you guys, man. My heart goes out to you, American guys, that have to tolerate this large, and I mean very large in many different ways, group of women that are just so mean-spirited, hurt, broken individuals. That's really what it boils down to. They're just so hurt. Like I was telling Logan too, because this is his first time actually coming out of the United States and traveling on his own outside the military. And I was telling him, nowhere else in the world where you approach a group of girls in the club and they'll be like, fuck you, you fucking fag. Get the fuck away from us. Your dick is small salt. Get the fuck out of here. Only in America do women do that shit. Nowhere else in the world does a group of women act like such rabid animals with no class, no sophistication, no self-awareness. And the Pied Piper is coming to fucking get his payment. And he already is. Because these chicks are ended up single, alone, miserable, because they've been just insufferable their whole life. And they've been gassed up and lied to by government, by corporations, by politicians who only want to take money, votes, and power from them. And it's working perfectly. Yeah. It's working fucking perfectly.
Yeah, 100%. Like the culture in America has been extremely brainwashed by feminism in the Western society, right? So when you talk to most girls in the US versus here, it's a way different experience. And now we're not saying that, it's impossible. You shouldn't talk to any girls in the US. However, the reality is that it is much easier and is much better. And this is the reason why there's a bunch of guys pulling out their fucking passports and moving out of the country. This is just the reality. And if you wonder why all these guys are doing it, it's not because they want to be more controlling. It's not because they want to, abuse a girl from a different country. That's just stupid.
So dumb.
It's the same ideology when a girl hates on the fact that you want to date younger women, because she understands that it's less trauma that you have to deal with as a man. It's just easier. It's just better. Why would you want to date a girl who's had 3 kids? Why would you want to date a girl with a bunch of mileage on her and then that you didn't even put on her? Like, why the fuck would you want to do that? It's just not worth your ROI. And so the reason why they get mad, though, is because they understand that if they don't get mad and they allow it to happen and they don't shame you about it, then you're less likely to do it. They use manipulation and shaming tactics to get you to do what they want that benefits their survival. You guys understand, women are extremely survivalists, okay? And they're also opportunists. So if they have the opportunity to have a boyfriend and also have social media and act like a hoe and go out to parties and clubs and wherever they want, then yes, they will do that, okay? Because it benefits their survival and reproduction. So one girl actually in the comments said, what did she say? She said, I actually have a question. Keep going down a little bit more.
Is it down more?
It's this one.
I'm a woman and a survivalist. This is true. Thanks, Alexa.
It's this one right here. This is okay. So she had a question. If men have been running the show this whole time, why does shit low key suck ass? Because it is not all men, and they actually. So it's two things, right? So there's a small group of people. Okay, I'm not going to say who, but there's an agenda going around to brainwash society. So this is a thing. Okay, this is the main thing. And there's a group of people, we'll call them the elites, who are trying to brainwash society. They've done it in schools, they've done it in movies, they've done it in all the propaganda, they've done it in social media, and they have done this on purpose, okay? Because they want control. The elites of the government, they care about control. If all men were doing whatever the fuck they wanted, people would wake up and stop paying taxes. That is an issue for the government. If everyone woke up, if every single man woke up and said, hey, I realize the truth about this, I'm not going to sign up to the military and go risk my life for a country that doesn't give a fuck about me, right? That's why I left the military. So this is the thing, though, is they want control over every little aspect of your life. And the most important thing they want control over is your mind. They've been able to brainwash women into being like men, acting like men, and they've been able to brainwash men into acting like women. Because if they can control the population, and they can control the money, and they can control what you believe, they can control every little aspect about your life to every little thing that you do day to day. Everything that you watch, everything that you put into your mouth. You can't even eat food without it having microplastics and things that make you feminine and gay. The water is turning the frogs gay. Alex Jones made jokes about this. It is true.
It's true.
And they made this so much to the point where you have to go out of your way and move to different countries just to escape this shit. They're putting chemicals in the air, all this bullshit, just to control your life. So people think it's a conspiracy theory, but this is just the reality. They want to control you. They want to make you weak because when you can't fight back. If men are weak and men are doing absolutely nothing to stand up and fight, then they're not going to be successful. They're not going to want to go out of their way to do things and accomplish things. Right. They need the system moving. This is the matrix. They need people as batteries to fuel the matrix. And part of that is just working your 9-to-5 slave job for the rest of your life, being depressed, not doing the things you want to do, not dating the people you want to date. Right. And for women, it's climb the corporate ladder, skip having a family, skip all this bullshit, just be a smart woman who's educated and has a college degree and makes a bunch of money. And then these women all grow up single cat ladies who hate themselves. Yep. And these people laugh their ass off because they look at you guys as retards because they're like, holy shit, we've been able to brainwash these people into doing all this shit.
Like this guy right here. This guy, he just says, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, congratulations, you got.
So here's the thing, bro.
You got.
Let me know. Let me know how much money you make. Let me know how many girls you're talking to, and let me know how happy you genuinely are. And I can promise you, it is not as happy, and it's not. You don't have as many girls as me. You don't have as much money as me. You don't have as much freedom as me. That's just the reality, bro.
Because you've been following the system, and you believe that what we're saying is a lie. And like, dude, like they're trying to shut us down. Like they. Why do you think like to promote all this, alphabet mafia stuff everywhere? But like guys are like telling men to like, okay, maybe you shouldn't like be fat, and maybe you shouldn't live at your mom's house forever, and maybe you shouldn't be simping. Why are they shutting us up? Because there's money in your slavery. You're controlled. So I understand that you're angry right now, and you're wrong. Okay. But I get it.
Well, no, I mean, just look at the reality, bro. This is most people. You have to look at who you want to be like and who what they're saying.
So he says, I'm married and have a son. So, okay, we're not, okay. So you're acting like a woman because you're making this all about you. Okay. But what we're trying to tell you is if you don't see the system of control, you're cooked.
Yes.
If you're married in America and your wife wants to divorce you right now, you're cooked. Your finances are cooked. Your kid's going to get taken away from you. That doesn't happen in a lot of other countries. The majority of countries on the planet, that doesn't happen. Okay. If you look at what's happening with the sexlessness problem in America, which you're unaware of because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're crashing out in the chat right now for some reason. Like, go hold your son, bro. What are you doing? Like, But we're trying to tell the people that this is absolutely true. And if you don't want to believe it, that's on you. But the proof is in the pudding. You probably have like live in a little echo chamber and your family and stuff is fine. But the reality is like what we're saying is 100% true and verified. Like the chemical in the water is called atrazine. Did you even know that? I know you didn't know that. So go look it up because RFK talked about it too. Alex Jones talked about it first, and atrazine was talking about it too. And if you really want to talk about what's really feminizing men in America, it's all the women taking birth control, peeing in the water, and contaminating the water in America with estrogen. Because if you look at what's happening with the testosterone levels, you too, I guarantee your testosterone level is low because you're acting like a little bitch in the fucking chat. All right. Men's testosterone levels have consistently been dropping since the inception of us tracking it, which is like somewhere between like the 1950s and 30s. So you don't know what you're talking about. That's okay. We're going to educate you for free. And then when you realize you're wrong, you could send a super chat like, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to help him. My son's subscribed to your channel now. Help him not be like me. Okay. But you need to chill, bro. You need to chill. Cause like, you're going crazy. Like, oh, like a bunch of cunts. Okay. You're British, bro. Like if that, bro, the number one fucking name in your country is Muhammad, dude. Like you dropped the ball, bro. Your people have failed. Like you're massively failed, bro.
But this is why. So the guys who actually understand what we're saying and can actually internalize it and is actually open-minded. This is why we speak the truth. This is why we speak about the things that we believe in, because when you do, you start to attract the people that are on your level and doing what you want to do. That's the greatest part. So everyone who's hating, everyone who's talking shit, I do not there's no way in hell I want to be like you, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but I don't want to be like you.
I don't.
You can try to convince me as hard as you want. I don't want to be like you, so I'm not going to listen to you. That's just the reality. And so that's what's so great is when you do speak the truth and you say these things, it triggers so many people and it shows you who has the capacity to open-mindedly think and actually do their own research.
Yep. So appreciate you. Shout out to Brian Robson, says, cheers from the monthly group. Always top tier sauce. Much gratitude, gents. And yes,
this is a good color.
It's another burning count.
What color is your Lamborghini, Luke?
Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna drop right into this chick because again, like this guy's saying he lives in California. Like you're just continuously cooking yourself, bro. Like, why are you living in California? Like, all right. Anyways, let's go. We're gonna go back to the episode. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. So this is where exactly we left off yesterday. And then we're going to be bringing the host on the show. And I don't know if he's in the chat. Panda, if you're in the chat, let us know. But we're going to pick up here where we left off and just kind of continue to dissect like why this chick is just so wrong about everything. But she speaks so confidently as she's right. And that's what makes her like, you know, arrogantly dangerous.
Time.
Okay.
I mean, there's a correlation with that, right?
Let's rewind it a little bit.
Like but so it's not sustainable, and they think but successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like they think, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go for a person who like makes things fun, but that fun, that emotional roller coaster is not sustainable, and they think, fuck, I'm go for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like maybe like a guy, he's like, I want a girl who's like a boss babe, but that really doesn't work out in my opinion, because like boss babes, like they could be confrontational and just like very toxic. Like that's I know you're gonna say it's nuanced, but at the same time,
okay.
I mean there's a correlation with that, right?
Maybe in your experience, you know, maybe maybe in your
let's flip it around.
For sure.
A toxic guy, okay, a toxic guy. So he's like a fuckboy. He's a fuckboy, and then he has cheated on girls. Okay, so that's like a red flag. That would be like, okay, we can all agree it's not like a nuanced thing. It's a very generalized thing.
Sure.
That, okay, like women see this type of guy and she's like, nah, no way. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm a red flag to like a lot of girls out there.
Well, probably. I mean, like that's, you said it, I didn't say it. But that's the thing though, is that like some people are just very much simply incompatible. And like, the things that some people are looking for in a relationship are the things that they're looking for because that's what they know. And like you and I had this conversation before where we were on the phone and we talked about how like I've also had my fair share of dating a lot of people, of spending time with.
I've also had my fair share of
I've had my fair share of being pumped and dumped. You know.
Translation, she's been ran through.
Right. Exactly. She'll say, and that's the thing, when you like listen to what they say and you read in between the lines.
Yeah.
And then she's bitter like this because she has the inability to choose a good man. Because in my opinion, like I said yesterday, she probably has a bad relationship with her father. Because any chick that is like bitter and hateful to men is actually just really hates her dad. That's the bottom line. Because a woman's first experience of masculine love in her life is her father. So if your father was weak, beta male, or they got divorced, and what happens? The guy gets divorced, woman gets a possession of the kids, and then now comes the nonstop multi-year smear campaign against dad. Where just like men are trash, men are trash, men are trash, men are trash. Actually, maybe men are not trash. Maybe you're just trash at picking good men, which is the case for a lot of women. And that's exactly what the guy Panda is trying to say on to her right there. But she just, she has a common allergy with a lot of American women. That's accountability.
Yeah, this is the trauma that we're exactly talking about. This is why you don't want to talk to a girl, even if this girl was only 18 years old. Let's say she was super young, she's 18, but she had this much trauma from either her father or all the guys that she's dated, right? Or she's chosen, because that's the reality. She did chose them. Then you don't want to date a girl like this. This is because you're dealing with all of the guys' previous trauma and bullshit that you didn't even cause. So when girls get mad at why you want a girl who's a virgin, or a girl who has not as much experience, or a girl who hasn't been through much trauma, or a girl who doesn't have fucking daddy issues, they hate when you say these things because they know it's true. Why would you get mad at something if you didn't know it was true? If you only get mad at things that are true to you, just like everyone in the comments. Why would you get mad if it wasn't true, bro?
Why are you crashing out?
Why are you crashing out if it wasn't true? If it didn't offend you, why would you get mad?
We're clearly hitting close to home, right?
So when girls get mad, you were hitting very, very close to home. That's exactly why I got banned off TikTok. That's why you got banned multiple times as well. When you speak the truth about things, why would they delete you? Why would they ban you if it wasn't true? Right? It should just be a conspiracy, right? But if they ban you for saying certain things that everyone says isn't true, it's probably true, right? You should probably look into it. So when a lot of girls get upset on, body count doesn't matter. Interesting. Why are you getting so mad about it? Why don't you want to share your body count? Interesting.
I don't know. I think a bunch of trolls are in your chat because like this. They hate men because of retards like you and how you make men look bad, you fucking ugly piece of shit.
Well, it's either one, bro. It's either we don't get girls or we get girls and we fucking pump and dump them. You gotta choose one, dog. It's either we're incels. According to your logic, it's either we're incels, we don't talk to girls, or we're the ones causing this shit. But you get to choose, bro. It's up to you. But yeah, these people, they just don't understand the reality. And the reality is, like, yes, there will be guys in these girls' lives that will just have sex with them and leave them.
Majority guys.
But I want you guys to do a little brain thought experiment. If this girl was extremely feminine, extremely caring, extremely loving, and did everything for the guy,
didn't have bitterness in her heart,
would a guy leave her? Answer this question in the chat, guys. If a girl you had sex with a girl and she did everything you said, would you leave her? No, that is not how it works. You know what's funny though? Girls will leave guys exactly if the guys do everything the girl says. Yep. But when it comes to a guy, I've never met a single guy in my life who has divorced a woman because she did everything he said. It's only women doing that crap. So the reality is, she probably wasn't that good of a girl. It is what it is.
Yep. And so looking at the state of women too, like, you know, she's just a representation of what's happening in the United States, because things are really bad right now for dating in America. And it all goes back to feminism, period. Like, it all goes back to feminism. Feminism has not been a good thing for women, because women are even complaining, like, we have corporate jobs, we're slaves now. What the fuck? Like, you bitches wanted this shit. You guys
wanted to vote.
You dumbasses wanted to march in the streets for this. Welcome to a man's life. Now you get to go dig to the center of the earth with the coal miners and shake the devil's hand and fucking suffer alongside with us. And they can't hang. They really can't hang because they're not built for it. Like,
well, no, the girls have been influenced, bro. They've been influenced by society and feminism. Like, no girls in the beginning wanted to just magically vote. When you ask girls back in the day, they didn't give a fuck about voting. They didn't care about working. They definitely didn't want to. It was being brainwashed to them by the school system, by society, telling them, hey, if you don't do this, your husband's not going to like you. If you don't do this, you know, you're not going to have control of the relationship. And they started slowly brainwashing women to believe that this is what they should value. They should value going to school and college and working.
Yep.
And women are followers. This is the reality. Women either follow a strong man or society. And if society is more influential than the man that she's with, she's going to follow that society.
Let's go see what the result of feminism is right here.
With a lot of people, and like
So she's saying she followed the feminism motto: go get pumped and dumped by a bunch of dudes. Now she's empowered and angry on a fucking podcast with this guy.
it took me a lot of time to figure out the reasons why, but once I got to like the root core like of why and healed that, I no longer want any of that. Because here's the thing is that most people, they could know that they're in a not so great relationship, but they make excuses for it. They say like, oh, you know, this is good, that's good. And like about 50% of relationships are in an unhealthy attachment style. Like 50%.
Where did
What did she say?
So we polled 50% of every human being on the planet that's in a relationship and found out 50% of them are in an unhealthy attachment style.
Interesting.
Again, see, when you sit there, see, she confidently says this shit because nobody challenges her, right? I want to see if the host actually pushes back at her. Okay. Let's cut the shit. She's bitter because her grill is more beat up than a grill on a 78 Dodge pickup.
God damn.
Oh, that is hilarious,
Savage,
bro. That is hilarious. You know, so that being said, I love the fact that I'm just gonna sit here and be like, told you so, told you so, told you so, but really want to, like, I'm gonna fact check her right now. I'll let her run her fucking mouth. But let me see if the host fact checks her, which he should. I don't know if he will.
Okay, so I understand what you said, but like going back to like just like the general rule of thumb, or that person's not good for you, right? So like these guys, like if they do something bad, are you saying they're not a bad person and you guys are just not compatible? Like for example, he cheats on you. Would you say this guy's a fucking piece of shit?
She's gonna demonize men, and guaranteed.
I mean, if I was on the receiving end of it, yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
If I was on the receiving end of it, but if I'm not on the receiving end of it,
she's on the receiving end of it, of cheating.
Wait, so oh wait, hold on. I think I know where this is going. I gotta hear this stupidity again. Hold on.
oh, you know, this is good, that's good. And like about 50% of relationships are in an unhealthy attachment style. Like 50%.
Okay, so I understand what you said, but like going back to like just like the general rule of thumb, or that person's not good for you, right? So like these guys, like if they do something bad, are you saying they're not a bad person and you guys are just not compatible? Like for example, he cheats on you. Would you say this guy's a fucking piece of shit?
I mean, if I was on the receiving end of it, yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
If I was on the receiving end of it, but if I'm not on the receiving end of it, there's more nuanced ways to look at it. You know, I'm not excusing cheating, by the way. Let me just like put this disclaimer out there. If you cut this, I'm gonna fight you.
And lose.
And
but the thing is that like people cheat like when they don't actually know what they want. And they think what they want is somewhere else.
I don't think that's an excuse, though.
It's not an excuse, but that is the reason. That doesn't mean it's okay to do it, but there is a reason why you do it, and the reason might be because like this happens to a lot of men, and I'm not saying all men. A lot of men have been in relationships with their parents where their mom is very overbearing, and their mom is like always wanting them to do things her way. They need to do it this way, and like you need to take care of this, blah blah blah, whatever. And for men, that ends up creating like a lot of guilt, and you don't have very good boundaries, and like that ends up in like your relationships with women, because like now you're like avoiding things. You're like saying like she's acting crazy, or like this is not true. But the thing is that like that's like
childhood trauma kind of thing.
It's I guess if you wanted to call it trauma, you could. Programming, sure. I mean, like that's just the way that you grew up, and so like that's not emotionally healthy or safe.
Yeah.
But a lot of people grew up in those kinds of environments where typically like women are the ones wanting connection, wanting like closeness, and like men don't know how to give it, or they avoid. And like without learning that from your parents, like it's not something that you know. And also, like, if you have no examples of that, you're not going to have any idea of what that even looks like. Like if you all you saw were your parents just like constantly fighting each other and like saying acting like kind of like how people are in this podcast, they're just like arguing and confronting all the time. You have zero examples of what it's like for people to actually listen to each other, and so you pick people that are very similar to that, and the cycle just kind of repeats itself.
Yeah.
It's so funny when girls make these assumptions.
This girl doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
She thinks that since we're on a podcast, we don't have a girl sitting on our lap right now, that we don't have girls in the other rooms.
Let me just. we didn't have girls. Logan didn't have women sexually assaulting him last night. So here's the thing. So she's like, do you know that 50% of, I put this in ChatGPT, I heard 50% of all relationships are in an unhealthy attachment style. Is this true? No. It says here, one trusted estimate says about 50% of adults have secure attachment style. And then the remaining half fall into one of the insecure style, anxious, avoidant, or disorganized. However, just because they are in an insecure attachment style doesn't guarantee a broken relationship. See, the thing is with these modern chicks is they're so mentally miserable that they're looking for perfection to like fix their misery. That's why they say like, oh, I want a guy that's 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 6-figure salary. Because for them, that's like the ultimate safety. Because they're just like, oh, I just better choose the best guy. Therefore, like my relationship won't suck. But if every relationship you've been in sucks, you're the fucking problem. That's on your dumbass.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's still this bitter and in her communication style, so she hasn't healed. Happy, healed people are not bitter. She's very bitter. It's very apparent that she is a bitter, miserable woman. And it's because she's failed. Okay. We found out yesterday she's actually 34 years old. So she's 34 years old. And the bottom line is very simple. If you're a woman and you're single and you're after the age of 30, like, sorry, like you're on the clearance rack and you got to fucking take what comes your way. You better pray to God some man likes you, because guess what? These girls too, they demand perfection from men, and they are the least perfect things ever. Yeah. Like, listen, bitch, we're settling for you too. Okay. So let's just chill out. You do your part. I'll do my part, and we can work together. We're going to have disagreements. Like, they're always chasing perfection. They're so arrogant and so narcissistic that they believe they demand perfection in their relationship and from their man. And that's why your ass is left alone, because you're delusional and nobody wants to put up with you outside of fucking you for a little bit and then ghosting your ass, which is evident based upon her words. She's 34 years old. She's self-admitted. She's been fucked by a bunch of guys. Nobody wanted to marry her. Nobody wanted to put a ring on it. Nobody wanted to sit around, tolerate her. And now she's miserable on a podcast on some dude's cell phone in fucking California.
This is a life lesson as well. Like, for everyone who wants to be successful in life and avoid miserable people, is the people who are miserable, the people who don't have success, there's a reason why they are broke. There's a reason why they're not getting girls. There's a reason why the girls are not getting the guys that they want, right? And this applies to guys and girls. I'll talk shit on the guys right now. There's a lot of guys who expect the most. They expect to get everything in life, but they barely put anything into it. It's always the customers and clients who pay the least who have the biggest problems, who cannot actually finish what they start. It's always those customers and clients. The cheap people are always the people that ask for the most shit. The easiest customers and clients are the guys who pay hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Those are the easiest going, and they get the most shit done. And there's a reason why, though. There's a reason why they're able to pay that much. Yeah. It's because they've worked to a certain extent to get to that level.
You don't see people having massive fist fights and brawls in Louis Vuitton, but you see it in Walmart all the time.
Yep.
Like, that's just like another day in life in America. So again, with her, she is, and here's the thing, guys, when you listen to somebody, you have to listen to them with a scrutinizing demeanor. You have to assume that they're possibly not right. And you need to process that information on your own. But here's what happens. Most guys are simps, and they think like, I don't know why guys, they just like pedestalize women just because they're fucking women. Like, oh, she's a woman. She like perfect example, Sadia Khan.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, you got played, dumbasses.
It's weird, bro. And the thing is, it takes so much experiences behind the scenes to realize that not only are these girls just girls, but a lot of these girls are fucking really bad human beings, bro.
Hoes.
A lot of these girls you see behind the scenes, a lot of people probably believe that Sadia Khan was this perfect angel. She's speaking the gospel and she's helping men and women. But bro, behind the scenes, if you saw her text with that dude, she's just like every other girl. And that's literally just reality. If you don't believe that her text and her cheating is so rare and it's unlikely, most women are like this behind the scenes.
Yes.
You have to understand this, guys. This is just the reality.
Most women are fucking idiots, just like most men are idiots. Because you look at the bell curve, 50% of the human population is 100 IQ or less. So that's like every other person you meet, you might be a complete fucking moron. And this person has a driver's license, and now these people have podcasts, and people are asking their opinions on stuff. Like, if you read the comment section, which we'll read that after this, like completely eviscerating her, rightfully so, thank God. But this chick is so cooked, and you don't want to take relationship advice from somebody who's miserable, single, and unhappy. You want to hear what they have to say and probably do completely the opposite of what they said. So she said, I slept around, I fucking slept around, I did all this shit. So if you're a girl watching us, like, you need to protect how many bodies you get. You may not think it's important, but it is, because it'll fuck you up, and every guy on the planet cares. And if he doesn't care, he's probably some fucking simp that you'll end up hating anyways.
Yeah, or some guy just does not give a fuck about you.
Guys who truly love you and care about you are going to be hard on you because it's for your own good. Period. Okay? Look at this in like a job context. This Asian girl has applied to, I would say, at least 50 jobs. Okay? And 50 people kept her around for a little bit, but eventually fired her ass.
Oof.
So are all companies shit, or is she a shit employee? Let's find out more. Let's check it out.
And it continues until either you meet someone that doesn't act that way, and then like your whole kind of world flips upside down, or you're in such a painful relationship that it is like the worst fucking thing that you've ever been in.
Yeah.
Not true story, by the way, at all.
180
She's talking about how her personal misery. I love it.
degrees the opposite.
It's so painful that you're like, I need to get out of this, and I don't know how. And that's when things really shift.
Yeah.
Because that
you just get out. You just leave.
I think she's trying to hint the fact that she's cheated in the past and she's justifying it from what I'm getting at. Because right before she mentioned how, you know, cheating happens when they're just unhappy with each other and
okay.
know.
Yeah, sure. Sure, sounds good. I'm not listening to that fucking essay, lady. I got 3 words for you. Oh my God. Yeah, bro. Cooked, bro. Mega cooked. Like snitching on yourself. Because again, the difference between a winner and a loser is I'm fucking crying. It's laughing so hard. The difference between a winner and a loser, okay? A loser blames everybody else. A winner blames himself.
Yeah.
Okay? When I coach people, I know the guy's going to win versus the guys are going to lose. The guy's going to win. They sit there and they fucking take what I have to say. And they're like, okay, you're right. I'm going to fucking go change. The guys are going to lose. Like, oh, you don't get it. I'm Indian, so I can never get girls. Or I'm fucking 5'4". I can never get girls. Or I'm black and girls don't like black guys.
Yeah.
Or I'm white and girls don't like white guys. Black guys are cool now. I've heard every fucking amount of cope out there. And it's all just bullshit. Effort is a great equalizer. And you have to be a person that is internally and emotionally strong enough to hear the truth about yourself. Otherwise, you're cooked. When I was working one-on-one with Alex Hormozi recently, this was in June. It was on June 27th. And one of the things he sat down, because I sat down right next to him during we had like a group of like 8 people in there. It was like the VIP sessions. Now they're with doctors, guys like fucking running businesses, like making $100 million a year and shit. And Alex just told me, he's like, you know, if I'd be honest with you, he's like, you're just not working hard enough. And like my stomach sank because I feel like I'm a very hard worker. I stream a lot. I do everything. But Alex makes more money than me. Alex is smarter than me. Alex is more jacked than me. Okay. Alex has got it fucking going on. I'm not going to have so much arrogance in my heart to be like, no, Alex Hormozi's wrong. Like, that's a waste of the $100,000 I paid to get coached by the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just like, all right, I got to work harder. You know, very few people can have the internal strength within their emotions to look at yourself in the mirror and admit about the flaws you have. Like, how many of you guys in the chat, you're a little fat and you're like, oh, I'm having a hard time with my dating. Well, do you weigh 200 pounds or more? Well, probably fat.
Yep.
You got to lose the weight because guess what? If you don't, when you get that heart attack, you'll be like, okay, if you make it out of that fucking heart attack, you'll be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe it's time to make a change. Or if you have a fucking stroke because it's fucking shit in your brain from being overweight, you know, you got to be real with yourself, gents. You got to be real. And it's a painful thing to do, but no one's going to do it for you.
Yeah, I think the worst advice that I received when I was in my bad relationships, dating girls like this that we're watching and reacting to now, I used to date a lot of girls like this and get in relationships with them and take them seriously. And the worst advice that I would get from people when the relationship didn't work out, or I had to break up with her, or I found out she was being a hoe, the advice would always be, it wasn't you, bro. It was just her. It was just her. She was a bad girl. You'll find another one. And I kept receiving this advice from all my simp friends and other girls around me. And I realized something. I realized, well, they keep saying this, but it keeps popping up over and over and over. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not pre-qualifying the girls that I'm talking to. Maybe I'm just accepting any girl who gives me attention and validation into my life. Maybe it's just me who is being weak and simpy, because that was the truth. And I had to accept that reality. And when I accepted that reality, I seeked help. I got coaching. I got mentored. And I learned that, oh shit, it was actually me. Everything in your life, all the women in your life are a reflection of you.
Yep.
Right? These girls.
Your woman is a reflection of you.
Yeah, your woman's a reflection of you, right? So the girls I have around me, they're not like this at all. They're no longer like the girls I used to date in the past. And it's not because that I just magically got lucky and found the right girl. It's because I changed myself and I changed my values, my beliefs, and I held myself accountable. And a lot of people will think, oh, well, no, look, you just got lucky. It's like, no, dude, you can't get lucky multiple fucking times consistently everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And this is just the truth is if you do not work on yourself, you're not putting the effort into yourself, into improving yourself, you're never going to get to where you want to be. And I honestly feel like this is the best time in society, in this world, to invest in yourself before it's too late. If you do not invest in yourself now and you do not take your life seriously, you're going to miss a huge bull run of success. Because I'm telling you guys, the dating market is actually only going to get better. Because like MLD is going to talk about soon, it's only getting better because women are starting to realize that, dude, guys are fucking not wanting to take them seriously. Guys are moving out of the fucking country.
Yeah.
And it's only getting better. So this is your opportunity. If you're not making money and you are not having success with women, it is your fault.
Yeah.
The reason why you're not where you want to be in life is because of you, and it's no one else. You have to take 100% accountability. And when you do, and you actually take action, you will start to see massive results and massive success.
And you're seeing this chick, she's just coping. She's 34. Okay. She's 34 and she's still not realizing the problem is her. It's like the problem is culture. The problem is society. It's really nuanced. Actually, no, it's not. You're bitter. You hate men. You probably had a bad relationship with your father and you haven't healed. And so you're just a bitter, miserable person. So you're only going to attract bitter, miserable, fucked up people. Mm-hmm. Or she's going to go for like that really happy, amazing, great guy who's happy, has everything she wants. And then he's going to realize, damn, this girl's like fucking Debbie Downer. I can't have this shit around me. Peace, bitch. You got to go.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing as well is guys will come to me, Logan, and say, Logan, I want the supercar. Logan, I want the girls. Logan, I want these things. And the issue is I cannot give you the step-by-step blueprint that I took. And I cannot give you phrases and words to say because that would be untruthful. Me knowing that that would not work for you because you have not put in the effort and the work into yourself. Mm-hmm. I can give you the exact blueprint to do all the things I've done and you will not be able to do it because you have not put in the work into yourself. And here's the best part. All the girls I messed up with in the past, and I'll use this as an example, all the girls in the businesses that I failed with in the past, if I had the knowledge And it was me today, back then, doing the same thing. I'd be more successful, and I'd still have that business, and I'd still have those girls to this day. So it's not the fact that it was the girl. It's not the fact that it was the bad business. The fact was it was me, my lack of knowledge and who I was. And so when you realize this, you'll realize that your mindset and who you are as a person is what makes you successful, not the strategy that you did, not the magical business that you decided to do. There's no secret way to making money. It's just you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true. That's why people, when they win the lottery, the majority of them go broke. That's why when guys who go to the NFL and they are all, I think it's 50% of them go bankrupt 4 years after, is because money, to get women, to get success in whatever avenue you want to, you have to earn it. And the ability to earn it comes through all the failures you've had gone through, which builds character. Suffering builds character. So you have to go lose a bunch of money, have a bunch of failures to fucking have success. And let's just use business, for example, right? So if you want to be a successful business owner, you have to go, and your first business is not going to be a home run. Your first 7, 8, 9 business idea is probably going to completely crash and burn. And then everybody's going to laugh at you. Everybody's like, oh, fucking, there goes MLD with another one of his business ideas. There goes Logan with another one of his business ideas. But every failure comes with a lesson that can only be achieved through failure. You can't fucking avoid doing the work to become the person that is worthy of getting what you want. That's why people win the lottery. They all go fucking broke because they don't have the money management skills. Because you give something to somebody who is unworthy of it. And that's what's happening with women in America right now.
I can give a simp the most perfect virgin girl, and she will dump him and cheat on him. A virgin, perfect, innocent girl that is not brainwashed. She will chump, but she will cheat and dump and leave on this guy. Why? Because it is the quality of the guy, and she is a reflection of you. Your life is a reflection of you. So if you're not where you want to be, this is all about you. And I'm talking specifically to the men. I don't care. I'm not talking about the women right now, because the men are the ones who are going to change the world. The men are the ones who are actually going to lead everything. So if the men are leading, the men are in charge, that's how we change the world. That's how we change society.
Yeah. And so, like I said, going back to that, so this chick, this is what you're seeing right now is the result of somebody who doesn't want to take accountability.
Yep.
And so she's arrogant. And again, this is an example about American women. They've been given everything since the moment they're born. They're just told, you're amazing. You could do anything. You're amazing. You could do anything. And then they give them a shortcut path. Like, oh, here's grants. I guess you saw some shit recently. It was like, here's a $50,000 grant for female business owners. Like, just because you're a woman, you qualify. Like, what the fuck? Like, are there business grants just for men out there? Like, just for men? No. But all you're doing, Norman Vincent Peale talked about this. You know, me personally, I don't really agree with charity, because charity continuously facilitates a toxic pathway of keeping that shit around. Like, the reason people stay fucking hungry and homeless and shit is because there's homeless shelters, and like these places, they allow the person just to survive on that very bare minimum. And majority of people don't get their shit together and like get out of the homeless shelter. Majority of people who go to food banks, like, they don't fucking get their shit together and stop going to the food banks. They just look at this like, okay, this is this is my new method of survival. And what's happening with American women, you have education from the moment they're like 5 to like, you're a little powerful girl. You can do everything. You can be a CEO. You can be the astronaut. You can fucking walk on water like Jesus. You can fucking cure cancer with your vagina, like everything. And anybody who opposes you, they're wrong, they're bad, they're evil. Men are bad. They're trying to hold you down. How dumb is the average American woman when they think, oh, you're superior to men, but men, even though you're superior to them, men are holding you down? It's like, how much of a brain fuck is that? Like, wait, so I'm better than these people, but they're also keeping me down? Like, I don't, like, what's going on here? And the reality is, you're just dumb to believe that shit. Okay. And a lot of women, I have noticed the only women that listen to me about dating coaching and shit, they're in their 30s or older. Like, you try to tell this to a chick in her 20s, forget it. Nope. Forget it. She's like, what? Shut the fuck up.
She's in abundance. She's getting guys flying her out. She could be a trash girl. She could be the worst girl, cheating on a bunch of dudes. She can be like Sadia Khan, whatever. And she will have loads of dudes in her DMs wanting to fly her out, wanting to buy her shit. And so she does not see the reality that, dude, once you turn a little bit older, all that shit's going to fade away. And so she thinks that, okay, I keep acting this way, everything's all good, because they're seeing results, which is true. They are seeing results. They're seeing success temporarily. But when it comes time for them wanting to get a relationship and get a husband, that's when they start to see that, oh fuck, I have just hit a wall.
Yep. And like I said, the wall is undefeated, and
The wall is
the wall is
undefeated.
undefeated, bro. Father Time always wins against everybody. Men have a wall too, but women, like when women, here's the biggest the thing that screws up with a lot of American women. They only rely on their beauty, which is a declining asset.
Yeah.
And the way you keep a man is being a woman of good character.
Yep.
And then you can't be a good person with good character without taking accountability, without taking integrity. So
someone said, what is the men's wall?
We'll talk about that later because we got to get back to this
sure.
episode. Let's wrap this up here because we're gonna finish this episode. We got about 6 minutes left, and then we're gonna bring on the co-host or the host, excuse me, the Asian guy Panda. We're gonna bring him on after we cover the rest of Mickey's stupidity. So let's hear it. Let's hear what else this traumatized individual has to say.
That there's multiple different triggers, or there's a lot of things in between also.
So yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of people out there, just like guys or girls, like they just don't understand like what is actually good for them. Like they probably like see something where it's like, this is what I want, but then when it comes down to it, it's like not really like helpful to them, and it's not productive. It's not making them happy. It's making them like really filled with a lot of despair.
But it's better than being alone.
Wait, is that satire or like you actually?
It's not satire. That's a lot. That's what happens for a lot of people. It's better than being alone.
Oh, you're saying that's what goes on in their head.
That's what goes on in people's heads.
Yeah.
They would rather they cope.
It's like the cognitive dissonance.
They would rather cope and be not alone than to actually be alone. Because when you are actually alone, obviously it fucking sucks. Humans are not meant to be like alone. We're
So she's talking about right now her existence fucking sucks. Her existence of being alone sucks. But go ahead, tell us about your life that sucks and how we should listen to you.
very much social creatures. We want to connect. And so like a lot of people will excuse those things just so they can not be alone.
Yeah. That's
But the thing is, every relationship is imperfect. And the women leading the charge on the divorces in the United States of America, how's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? What kind of person are you that you think, oh, because of your emotional indifferences or your like unresolvable emotions, that's the number one thing that they say in America. It's like unresolvable emotional differences is why they fucking get a divorce. And you destroy the man's life, you destroy your children's life, all for you to go be a fucking hoe. Because that's what they do. They don't take the kids' money. They don't take child support. Like, first of all, divorce is just fucking annihilates children psychologically. And then they don't take the child support and like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make sure my kid goes to Harvard and do all these great things. No, like then you become another statistic of single mother that ruins children and create a fucking whole fucked up society. And she doesn't even realize how she was saying that earlier. Like a lot of men have these overbearing mothers. Like, oh, really? So are we talking? So are these mothers women, or are we identifying them as? I know you're in California, so like where do we lie with all this? So anything but accountability is the motto here. It seems okay. So let's continue.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of these like cases where these people, they don't understand, and then like what's actually good for them, and then like when they keep dating these people and they don't like go out to the country today, when they see like maybe like a Japanese person, they're like, oh, okay, this person is like much better than like what I've dated, you know what I mean? So that's what I think, like what these guys are saying. They're probably like, this is much better than like what we're used to and what we were told was good. And I think they're trying to just like spread information to like the people out there, those simps that go after like these boss babes and girls that like manipulate them. And yeah, so I think it's just like, to me, it's just more like they're trying to spread awareness on this. But
I mean, I have a very different opinion about that. Like
Oh, shocker. Really?
Let's hear what you have to say.
Can you enlighten us or like tell us more what it's like to be? Oh my god. Here we go. I gotta like brace myself.
Once again, why does she have a different opinion? Because it's probably for her survival.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see how she's gonna make this all about her.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
the men that go across the country to like places where like the other person may not even speak their language, it's really you guys are not gonna like me saying this, but it's not really a relationship because these women ask nothing of you.
Who doesn't want a woman fucking happen to ask about a bunch of shit that she wants from a guy? I want a guy who's 6 feet tall. He has to make 600K. He has to be this, that, bro. Wildin'. Of course, no guy wants to talk to a girl who's like that.
It's not even that. She's wrong. So you think Japanese women, for example, because we're talking about Japanese women, I have a lot of experience with them. So you're saying a guy just goes overseas and he's like, "Hey, bitch, I plan to bring nothing to the relationship. Come with me." She's like, "Oh, okay." Like, what? Are you fucking retarded? And the answer is yes, Mickey. You're fucking retarded. You are a dumbass. I hope you're watching this so you can understand the truth. Nobody has told you you're a bitter, dumb woman. You are a dumb person. You need to really get educated, look inside your heart, forgive your father for all the damn shit he did to you, and stop spreading your poison in the rest of this world because it's crazy. How could you even say that with a straight face?
Yeah,
How could you say that? Like we say, oh, these guys just go to these other countries and these women, like, how you want to talk about misogynist? That's the most misogynist statement I've ever heard in this whole fucking thing. Oh, these other women are dumb. These fucking dumb bitches, they have no fucking requirements of men. And they just lay there with their legs open and just get fucked by these guys and then marry them. Oh, so she doesn't have the same biological imperative that every woman has, that seek a guy that can protect, provide, and take care of you. So they're of a different DNA than you. Anything but accountability.
Well, the reality is, so they're all women, but the difference is the culture and the beliefs, right? So the culture and the beliefs is what is different. And so with a girl like this that we're watching versus a girl who doesn't have these brainwashings, you still get a woman at the end of the day. But one just comes with more baggage and more retardedness, okay? One comes with the fact that she wants to do all this other bullshit for her to make her think that, oh, this is what makes me happy. And what she's actually describing when she actually says these things is she's describing a guy that she is not attracted to. She's describing a dude. When she says, oh, I want a guy with all of these things. No, dude, you're just describing a dude that has to do all these things to get inside your pussy because that's what you've been setting up for all the simps. That's what she likes you to think. But the reality is there's always a dude out there hitting it for free, ain't texting her back, doesn't give a fuck about her, and that's why she's upset. That's why she's salty, and that's why she starts making up all these boundaries and rules and requirements for future guys. And the reality is, if you're a certain dude, you don't have to meet any of those requirements at all. All those things get thrown out the fucking window.
Dude, it's hilarious to watch this. So let's continue. Let's go back to this right now. And let's continue to see what else. Let's see what her fucking, let's see what other dumb shit she has to say.
They don't ask you to grow. They don't ask you, they don't challenge you. They don't ask you to step up. Yeah. And that if that's what you want and you want to be comfortable.
Wait, they don't ask you to step up to what? Like, can you complete your sentences? Can you complete your thoughts? They don't ask you to, they don't challenge you. Like, again, what a fucking bitter, insufferable cunt. Like, I don't know, her first name is Miki, M-I-K-I, which is a Japanese name. So she might be Japanese Chinese mix, because she said she has of Chinese heritage too. But again, how can you even say that about a whole population of women? Like, with a straight face. Like, again, she's so miserable, yet not wanting to take any accountability. So here we are.
And like, that's the relationship you want, you know, more power to you. But like it is kind of empty.
Yeah, you know what, Pastor?
How would you know it's kind of empty? How many Japanese girls have you dated? How many Japanese girls have you had sex with? How many Japanese girls open their hearts to you and confess that shit to you? Zero.
She's just repeating from what all of her fucking feminist teachers and all of this feminism bullshit on TikTok is telling her, bro.
Bishop Judas says Logan would skull fuck her and she will chase him. Oh my God. Who even gets mad about this bitch? I understand, because this is an educational show. We're trying to show people the truth. That's what we're all doing here. Like, we're not getting here to be entertaining. We're trying to educate you. If you're missing that, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but you're a fucking retard. Okay? So pay attention and you'll understand.
Yeah, we're fucking hilarious, bro. If you don't think we're funny, fuck you.
I don't even give a fuck if I'm funny or not. I'm just trying to tell, like, we're teaching you lessons. We're not here like trying to roast her for the hell of it. We're telling you the truth about this woman. And we have some receipts that the host is about to be on with us. This Asian guy here, Panda, is what he calls himself. Panda is about to come on and give us some hardcore receipts about this chick. So sit tight and get ready to eat all your fucking words, you dumb haters in the chat. Okay, stop being dumb. We're gonna help you out. Like, you're suffering, you don't have hot girls and amazing girls in your life because you lack the intelligence to do so. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you the intelligence. So you can either sit there and be a little fucking edgelord and try to be cool in the chat, or you can listen, learn, and actually stop being so fucking miserable.
Bros are right.
I've maybe heard of them.
Like the guys that like they take their passports and then they go out of the country
Oh yeah,
to like find a girl.
yeah. The
and they bring them
conquesting
back.
in different countries, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I spoke about like passport bros, and I was like, there's nothing wrong with being a passport bro, but there's big things wrong if you're a passport bro and you're like a big loser. Like if, for example, you're like successful and you're established like this guy, and you go out to like Japan, like I think that's fine. But if
What he doesn't know is I was a fucking broke loser with no money when I went out to Japan, and I established myself while working on myself, and I blew up. I just happened to be in Japan at the time. But I went out there with my fucking dream and $2,500 cash in my pocket on November 4th, 2012.
Nice.
Before Passport Bros was even a Passport Bro thing, it started a multi-million-dollar fucking dynasty. Okay. So I went out there with a dream and believing in myself. And I wasn't out there pointing fingers. Oh, I can't get success because I'm not fucking fully white, or I never met my dad, or I have a laundry list of bullshit that everybody doesn't want to fucking hear that I could cope about not being successful. But I said, guess what? I'm a man. No one gives a fuck. So I need to work hard, optimize, or my life is going to suck.
Yep.
And I made it work.
you're a guy who's just like a loser who hasn't really attained anything, doesn't even know how to talk to girls, and that's your kind of coping mechanism to achieve success and like want to power up by that. That's a big problem.
Yep.
I agree
Yeah,
with that
it's like a
100%.
cheat code.
100%.
100%. If you're a
Wait.
loser simp who doesn't have fucking money, you think, oh, I'm going to travel this country and it's going to save my entire mindset and dating life and it's going to change me. No, bro. You're still going to struggle with girls.
Yeah.
They're still going to test the fuck out of you.
Yep.
If you're having issues in the USA, yes, going to another country will make it easier, but it's not going to fix your deeper lying issues within yourself as a human being. So, yes, what Panda's saying here is completely true. Like, it's not going to just magically moving. It's not going to make you more rich. It's going to make you good with girls because you moved to a different country.
We call them, there's a certain group of those guys, we call them LBH.
LBH.
Loser back home. It's a thing we call them. Because even us over there, like the guy, there's like two class of passport bros. There's like the loser who's just a loser, and like you're a simp. If you're a simp in America, you're just gonna go find a woman in the foreign country that's gonna treat you how simps are treated. Like she's just gonna treat you like shit yourself. Because simps are mentally unhealthy individuals. So until you fix yourself, you're gonna be pumped and dumped like this chick forever. And if you're a guy and you don't fix yourself, you're just gonna get used and abused over and over and over again. Then you're gonna be like 50 and be like, oh, all women are whores, bro. They all fucking suck. Like, no, dude, you suck. You suck. You just have the balls to fucking accept the fact about yourself and change it. That's the bottom line. Okay. So let's continue. We're wrapping it up here. Then we're gonna send out the chat link to Panda and bring him on.
Yep.
Like in StarCraft, you put like read me not, and you get like hella gold. Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
Anyways, final thoughts on this? I'm gonna just wrap it up here.
He's done with it. I'm wrapping it up here, bitch.
This is boring.
Yeah, I mean, I just stand by what I said. Like, if you want a relationship where you're challenged to grow and actually become a better version of yourself, you won't go across the country and try to find a girl that can't even speak your language.
Masculine women and feminine guys.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that as a problem?
Masculine women and feminine guys?
Yes.
I don't really know what that means.
What a dumbass. What a fucking dumbass. That's America.
Yeah.
That's fucking America right now.
Women do not even understand what it means to be masculine or feminine.
She's so trapped in her fucking privilege. She has no idea what the fuck she is talking about.
And hopefully, I would not want this to be all girls, but this is definitely one of the worst of the worst.
Oh,
dude. I wouldn't be surprised there's a lot of these girls out there because I've seen a lot. But this isn't determine all the girls. These are the girls that are already brainwashed
Got you, bitch.
by society.
Oh, Billy, we love you.
Billy's a G.
Billy
Shout
is
out
a
to
G.
Billy.
Let's go.
Like a girl who like acts like a guy, and then guy that acts like a girl. Like he's like very submissive and he doesn't really have.
So she still doesn't even know what
spine.
that means.
Doesn't really have a backbone.
She doesn't know like how girls and guys should act, because that's how brainwashed society's been. Like that's how successful feminism have been. Is making women and men think that we're literally the fucking same. Like women actually believe that they could beat the average dude up in a fight.
Yeah.
They actually believe this shit, bro.
Yeah, like she
Women,
said, I would fight you. Like, okay, bitch, you'd lose. I don't
yeah.
even know this guy, and I know he would win because he's a man.
A 13-year-old boy would kick her ass, but this is what the average brainwashed feminist thinks. They think they're fucking Wonder Woman, and they think they're all this shit because they've been brainwashed and programmed to believe in this crap. And then they go out into the real world and they get crushed, and they end up single fat cat ladies at home. And it ends up like this every single time. Right when they hit 30 and 40, it ends up the same fucking way.
And then they torture some fucking poor cat with their ownership.
It's up to them.
It's up to them.
Yeah, it's up to them.
What a dumbass.
That's what I'm trying to say.
What
I'm
a
trying to say,
dumbass.
like
It's up to them. I don't know. It's their relationship.
I'm trying to say like these guys are going for masculine women, or like a girl goes for like a really docile and submissive dude,
Okay.
feminine women,
Okay.
and it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's up to them. Like if it doesn't work out for them, then it doesn't work out. I don't know.
That's why dating's failing. You know, they're
I
going
don't
for these things, but
I don't
they're not like
know.
understanding.
She's avoiding the. She's
yeah.
literally avoiding exactly what he's fucking trying to say.
Yeah.
Bro.
So she's either avoiding accountability or she's an idiot, which either way, she's an idiot. So,
You know, that's
don't
the message
know.
I'm trying to give.
I don't
because-
know. There's maybe you are speaking to your audience. Maybe that's what you're doing. That you're speaking to your audience, and like they
Yes.
know and need something from you. That I'm like I don't know what you're asking me for.
Whatever.
This is your boy. You listen to him. You know, whatever you want to listen to him for. But like, I don't have.
The fatigue is real.
yeah,
He got fatigued.
he's
hard.
just fatigued with her stupidity. Like, fucking
I
bitch.
can't
Get,
get
all
over
right,
this
all right,
show,
get out,
fuck.
bitch. Shut up.
His
To
brain
say
is
about
fried,
that. Like
bro.
if you want a big tall lady to cuddle you and hold you at night, and that's what you need. That's what you need, man. Okay, you know.
It's not big tall lady. It's more like the personality. Is
Don't.
very
Hey,
big
they
and tall.
might want the big tall lady. Okay, I'm sure they're out there. I know you. I've met you.
I mean, they think they want it, but it's not good for them. A lot of this like leads to like a lot of divorce or just like heartbreak and stuff. I feel like, but
I wouldn't
if
know.
they're naturally like a really beta dude and just wants to listen to everything,
die.
yes, for sure.
Really
I
beta
think that's
dude.
Or she
I
doesn't
think
know.
opposites
She's looking at
attract.
everything from such a
Wow, that's a
personal
loaded
worldview.
statement.
Let's finish this off.
All right, well, we'll just end it here. Um,
Bye.
yeah, we'll leave the rest of the viewers to like decide. Comment below.
All right, so she's retarded. Okay, like she don't know what she's talking about. Chat, real quick, just tell me, what do you guys think about this chick that you just saw in this episode here? And then we're gonna send the link over to Panda right now to jump on. Panda, if you're watching, get ready because I'm sending you the link on Instagram right now, brother. And we're going to bring him in, and he's going to tell you the truth about this chick, which I found out a little bit of this. I found out after the show yesterday what he sent me. But again, it's just going to show you, like, I know what I'm talking about. And I have the list right here in front of me. It was sent to me yesterday. He sent it to me at 7:30 p.m. Paraguay time. And let's see what we got here. Let's go to the chat real quick. Cat lady confirmed. What a rude guess. She's trying to be right and has no clue. Exactly, right? Let's see. This chick doesn't know the anatomy of a sandwich. John Alba says, feel this hubristic attitude comes partly from corporate America. People are spoiled not having to do any physical labor. True. Scrambled eggs, facts. She can't be saved. I could save her, but she'd have to sit down and shut the fuck up. Insufferable from CA, the local sweetheart here. Code G Money also says insufferable. Delusional and entitled. Sinks and simps deserve each other. What's a sink? I mean, I don't know. I think it means like trying to talk about her. This chick needs to go get stoned in Saudi Arabia. Matthew Contorelli. That's a cool picture, bro. He says she's brainwashed. Christmas cake. And then let's see. Does she have an OF? Nobody would sign up for that shit. And then parents spoiled her. So yeah, haram is
Haram.
yeah. So we're gonna bring on Panda now. Let me see if he checked it. Did he get the message? Okay, he's seen it. So he's gonna be coming on right now, and we're gonna get some perspective.
Never go full retard.
Yeah. We're gonna get his thoughts on this because he had firsthand experience and dealing with her, and what we're gonna be talking about too is just like what guy made her like this, basically. Because it's just super fucking sad to see the chick like this. And again, like what she's doing is a defense mechanism, and I think because she still is like, she's still attractive in American terms because every woman is like twice her body weight in America, and so that makes her attractive to guys. But once they get to know her, like when you see a woman that's pretty and single, something's wrong. Okay, something's wrong with her personality, her character. Something's wrong, because good women get scooped up like that and impregnated, because nature does its thing every single time. So what's happening here? I don't know. And then we got Mr. Panda. Looks like he's set up, and
Someone sent a super chat.
On your side. Let me see.
So.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Okay, let me add the super chat real quick. AF, remember that girls from Latin America, Africa, East Europe, and Asia, except Japan and Korea, just want that green card. Be careful. Not all of them are like that, but again, you have to screen. You have to be smart for sure. You have to screen. You have to be smart. And the way President Trump just passed that new rule that if you get married and then you find out that she fraudulently manipulated you to get the green card, you can report her ass to immigration, and then you can turn on instinct and go bye, bye, bye. So
I mean, bro, it's like if you're an average dude and you get finessed into marrying like an American woman, like you're gonna definitely get finessed in every other country. If you get a girl married and you have her get a visa for you, then you're just gonna give me. It's just as dumb to get a girl married in the US.
Let's bring on Mr. Panda. He's waiting patiently backstage. Panda, what's up, brother? How are you? Can you hear us? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. He looks like he's a little bit of a delay.
Yo. Jesus Christ.
On the other side of the world.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you might want to cancel your other stream. Like I told you, I don't think this dual stream stuff's going to work. So
no, I think it's working right now.
Okay,
it looks like it's working. I think it just needed a second to like log in and all that.
There's a big delay in how you're speaking, and then when it
all right, let me end my stream. All right.
Yeah, because I think you're uploading to 2 different streams, so like bandwidth is possibly limited.
Yeah, how's it now?
Still delayed, but what
How's
we'll do, we're still got a delay that we're kind of talking over each other right now. But what I'm going to do, if you can hear the sound of my voice, what I want you to do, just go ahead. We're going to put you on the full screen and tell us what you know, how you met her, and just give us the sauce. We're going to give you the full feature right now. Go ahead. And thanks for being here.
Oh, damn. Putting me on the screen like this, man. All right. So, yo, I met this girl. I put up an ad because I'm looking for a co-host, a female co-host. I put an ad out on Facebook, and this girl hit me up. And so she was like, hey, there's a lot of things I could talk about for dating. And she said, I actually specialize in therapy and healing. I've been to therapy a lot. I've actually dated a lot of guys. And when I saw that, I was like, damn, one of these girls again. I was like, damn, can I get a normal girl on this podcast? But I was like, whatever, we'll see. Because it seemed like she was like spitting facts. Okay. So then I was like, let's set up a time for like a FaceTime call. So then when we get a FaceTime call, this girl is just like very proper. She's got all these like philosophical things she's saying. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, yeah, come on the pod. But there's still a really big red flag. I was like, she has that whole trauma thing. And MLD, I don't know if you saw the video that I sent you and if you could screen share that, but we'll probably play that after if that's okay. This is probably a really pivotal one, but basically these girls with like trauma, like they always have like something wrong with their brain where there's like something internal that's messy that it reflects onto the outside externally. And so what when I had this girl come over to my house, I was like, all right, this is a risk because I have a family, I have a new baby that just came on the way. And so I was like, all right, whatever, come through. So during the FaceTime call, though, she was saying all this crap about like her father abused her a lot. She has like trauma from that. And so she has a lot of healing that she needed to do through therapy.
What kind of abuse? Physical, emotional?
She didn't mention. It could have been all of the above.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there still a delay, by the way?
We kind of caught up, but go ahead and continue because you're doing really good.
Okay, it's good. It's good. I think it's good now.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, this is the killer part. She was like, yeah, I moved out from Detroit. She was kind of giving this implication that she was kind of ghetto. And I was like, all right, she acts like a white girl, though. You know what I mean? Like those girls who just like try to have like that backstory. There's this one politician, I forget that what's that one girl's name? That one girl that goes like with she has like acronyms.
Oh, AOC?
Yeah, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, it's kind of like that. She gave me that vibe. So like these types of girls, and plus, here's the thing: when I was looking at her Facebook, she had the whole pride shit. Like the, you know, when girls do that shit on like their profile picture, it was like the whole rainbow crap. And I was like, dude, do I really want this liberal PC LGBT crap? And it's her with short hair. Okay, I'm just going on a tangent. My bad. So
you're fine. Go ahead.
I was like, you know, I have a kid. I have to worry about my family's safety. I don't want this girl going crazy and just destroying my house. You know what I mean? So this girl, she's got like this whole liberal crap, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll take a risk. And so during the FaceTime call, I'm just like, during the FaceTime call, she just like talking about her dad, and then making it sound like, yeah, I healed a lot. I learned a lot from it, and I could talk. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but there's a lot of girls that come on the podcast and they regret things that they say. And they start going like, oh, can you take down the video? And I'm like, bro, I'd spent a lot of time working on this video. I'm not going to take this shit down. This is why we have waivers and like guest releases, because of crazy girls like this. So, I was trying to keep it civil. I heard what you said yesterday. I was trying to keep it civil. I didn't want any trouble. Still, some small trouble still happened. Okay. It wasn't that big, but we'll get to that in a bit. So back to the thing with her father. Her father died. Okay. She didn't even go to the fucking funeral. And I was like, yo, this type of girl is just like, yo, this is fucked up, man. Like your own father died. That's your own blood. No matter how much trauma you got, like you should at least pay some respect, you know, like especially in the Asian heritage. That's fucked up. So then she was like, yeah, I moved out over here to LA and I don't even talk to my mom anymore. So not only does she have problems with her dad, but she doesn't talk to her mom as well.
Wow. Wow. And again, like, so bad relationship with mom, bad relationship with dad, multiple failed relationships, clearly bitter, clearly like insufferable is what the chat voted her the number one word we got. So like, it's crazy. Do you know, did she talk about how many relationships she's been in? Has she ever been engaged? Was she divorced? Anything like that? Or
she didn't say how many relationships she's been in, but the way she talked about it, it seemed like over 30. And even over like 20 for girls, or even 10 is a lot for girls. But yeah, she actually just got out of a relationship like just last month. So here's another thing. When this is a really important thing, right? So I was still like, you know what, maybe I could still kind of mend this, try to be chill with her, because it was kind of tense, right? So I was like, let me try finesse it so she could come back, get more content. As I was walking her out of my house, I was like, hey, do you want to come see my daughter? I brought her to go see my daughter. I was like positive vibes and shit. She said hi. She held my baby a little bit. I shouldn't have let a crazy girl hold my baby, but you know, yeah, sacrifices. But I was still there. I was still like, you know, watching and shit. But then afterwards, I thought everything was chill. You know, I'm trying to get a good basis with her. Then as I'm walking her out the door, I'm like, hey, so by the way, what happened with your last ex? The one I just like you guys just posted not too long ago. That was like just 2 weeks ago. She's like, oh, we just weren't compatible. And I was like thinking, this bitch. She knows she did something wrong, man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to probe too much at it. I was just like kind and courteous. I was like, oh, you just don't want to say it, huh? Like, and she's like, yeah, I don't know you. And she looked at me with those devil eyes. And I was like, that's fucked up. I invited you into my house. I let you walk all over me. I purposely let you walk all over me, regrettably. And you still treat me like this. And this is what happens. This is what happens a lot on dates. I've been on hella dates where this has happened. And I just go like, I'm just like smiling. I'm just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, true. Okay. In my mind, I'm just thinking, this girl, I'm just going to use her for sex. Or not only that, I'm just going to cancel. Like, I'm just going to use her for sex, or just, I'm going to not even talk to her anymore. Like, you have to think about the risk versus the reward, right? You have to analyze, how much money do I have to spend on this chick? Am I going to have to take her out to like Lori's Steakhouse? Am I going to have to take her out to like some expensive hot pot in order to get her in my bed? And so I have to analyze this. This girl's a feminist bitch. So let me see, is it worth the reward? I've even taken a girl out to McDonald's and I got laid with this feminist chick. So yeah, dude, like I always try to just mitigate the amount of damage I do to myself with like these feminist girls. I don't invest that much into them because I know it's a liability. You kind of have to think about like stocks, MLD. I know you do crypto, so you could probably like relate it with that. Like when you see a falling trend, you don't invest. Well, actually you could, because whatever. But when you see something,
the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. So to go against the trend is kind of a stupid thing to do.
Yes. So, I mean, you could see it trending down, but that's when you start preparing. That's when you're going to put a lot more into it once it hits that plateau. But with this, like with girls, I see them like just not even trending down. They're just crap. It's like a not even bull run. It's like a
meme coin rug pull. It's just like straight arrow down, like just one big red bar down to zero. And that's the thing. She is a very, like, I have my, I don't know if you know this, but I have my bachelor's in science in psychology, and I've been studying psychology my whole life, right? I literally went to university for it, despite knowing it was a useless degree, but I knew I could use a lot with it in the world. And I am also a person who came from like a very traumatic upbringing, but I did the healing and work because you could see it in my personality. Like, I'm a very happy person. People want to be around me. Women want to be with me. Like, I'm not a very miserable, negative, pessimistic person, even though I have like all the quote reasons to be like that.
It's different with guys though, right? I'm sure you know.
Well, no, the amount of healing you have to do is the same. Like, you know, if you're coming from a perspective of coming from an abusive household, like I was physically and emotionally abused for like consecutive years of my childhood, ages like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I was able to start physically fighting back because I started getting some man strength. But, you know, when you have that high levels of trauma and high levels of fucked upness, like, you have to understand that the only person who's going to do the work to heal it is yourself. And if you're still an unhappy, bitter person, your healing is not complete. You don't heal to be like a miserable cunt. Yeah. Like, you're not healed. You're still very wounded, very damaged. And she's in.
I like how you said the word cunt, but then there's that British dude that used the word cunt. You're like, bro, you're
because it's so true, because you can just see it's evident in her communication when you actually see women through the eyes of like sobriety, and like you're not thirsty and like, oh, I want to fuck this girl, whatever, you know, you can see by how she communicates, how she talks, her mannerisms, that she's a very damaged individual. And the number one way that I believe a woman can damage herself and further to damage herself is continuing to sleep around. Like, that only fucks you up even more, you know, especially if you're traumatized. So
hey, look at that one message. I'm healed, but she's a cunt.
Listen, bro, she is a cunt. Like, a cunt's a cunt, mate. A cunt is a cunt. It is what it is. So anything else you want to say before we wrap it up here, Panda, about her?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much I want to say. The thing I want to touch up on what you just said is that I do think that yes, men and women do need healing, but when it comes to women that need healing, it takes them a lot more, because like women that have these like trauma, it's like damaged goods, and it's really hard to get out of that. But for a man, when he's able to like just conquer over it, like it's looked at as like scars that are attractive, whereas a woman, her trauma is looked at as like emotional baggage, shit that's like a liability. So
and
yeah,
it,
I mean,
it's
like
double standard, bro. It's 100% double standard, but that's just the reality. And because men and women are different.
Yeah.
Men need to go through trauma. Men need to go through parts of it. You need to fail in life. You need to get rejected as a man. You need to have your heart broken as a man. You need to have a business that fails. You need to lose millions of dollars in order to become a better person as a man. All the guys who are soft and weak and simpy, because they haven't gone through enough trauma and overcame it. And now there's a lot of women who are going through more trauma than men, who are now becoming more masculine, more manly, and more dominant, more sexual because of these things. And it's because they're trying to heal, right? So trauma only messes women up even further. When it comes to trauma for guys, it's different. And sadly, it is double standard. And this is why men and women are valued differently based upon different things. Men were valued based upon what value we can provide, our status, our success, and our power. Women are valued based upon their ethics, their morals, right? And who they are. So this is the difference between men and women. And everyone's been programmed and brainwashed to believe that we're just the same. We're all the same. And you realize that shit, if we act the same, it doesn't work out. There's no polarity. Either we're just end up as friends, or she ends up divorcing and leaving the guy. So everyone has come to this conclusion, but too many people are afraid to speak this truth, because you say these things, you get canceled, you get deleted. You know, you've even interviewed girls who come on and talk shit about me on your show all the time. And so you see it, bro. It's like all these damaged girls are going out of their way and doing all the wrong things.
Yep. So listen, buddy.
The thing with girls though, like they like to kind of do this whole placebo crap. And I send you that video. I don't know if you want to play it, MLD.
What part exactly did you want me to play?
I mean, it's like 2 short videos. It's like me talking about what happened with my bathroom after she left.
Just tell me about it, because I can't download that and pull it up from Instagram right now. But go ahead, just give us a breakdown.
All right, for sure.
Did she shit and not flush the toilet?
I'll continue what I was saying about the whole therapy cult shit. So I believe therapy is a cult, because a lot of these girls that go to therapy, maybe even guys, they like to always just diagnose people and just give a placebo to this guy, like, no, you should go to therapy, you have issues. So during the FaceTime call as well, I was talking about some stuff that I experienced in the past. And it's not like I haven't moved on from it. It's because like I could talk about these things because I've already moved on. But her perspective was, she was like, oh yeah, have you tried therapy? And I was like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Like trying to make me go therapy. What the like, she was trying to make me sound like a fragile man. And that's the thing about like a lot of women nowadays. You go on a date, she could say the most snide thing. She could just be like, oh, are you sure you're like making over 6 figures? Doesn't kind of look like it. I went on a date one time, right? It's the stupidest thing. I parked the car, okay? When I parked the car, I just push park, because you know I have an EV and I have my daily mod car, or my weekend mod car. So I push park. Then she goes like, "Oh, do you want to push the handbrake?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't need to. It's already on park." And she flips the parking brake on, and she's like, and she looks at me like a condescending look, and I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with this bitch?" Like, dude, like girls will always do these small little things to show that they're better than you. She doesn't have to say you're stupid, but she will act like you're stupid without even saying anything. I'm sure you guys both experienced that. I'm sure a lot of people.
You gotta correct it immediately. Like, yo, don't touch my car. Don't do that. I said no.
Well, the thing is, I didn't bother to even correct it because she's a MILF. She has 2 daughters, and I was just like, hey, I'm just trying to smash. Like, I was just trying to white knight. I was like, whatever. Yeah, do whatever you want. So
but that's what keeps the cycle of misery going, bro. Because then you're just another guy that lays down.
The thing is, she's a MILF, so that's kind of like a lot. Okay, she's divorced, she has kids. It's kind of lost already at that point. There's no worth saving for that.
Bro, I gotta tell you, you have a limiting belief, bro. Your limiting belief is that you can't check these girls and they'll still sleep with you.
Yeah, bro.
Trust me, bro.
They do it because they want to be checked. They want to be checked.
They want to feel your strength. The reason why she's testing.
Well, can you guys agree though? There are some times when like you just agree with.
Hold on, let me say something. Last night, okay, this girl was like telling me she's running her mouth asking me else. She's like, "What's your sign? What's your sign? What's your sign?" I was like, "This is my sign right here." And she was like, "Oh, ha, 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 ha." And then they all respond to it when they're like trying to drag you into their stupidity. Women, this girl's a woman from Paraguay. Okay, they all have the same software. Okay, they might have different hardware. She's from Paraguay, she's from Uruguay, she's from Brazil, whatever. But the software is universally the same. They're all fucking women. That's why women who are fucked up and hoes in Japan, they also have fucking bad dads. And women who are fucked up and hoes in America, they also have bad dads. It's all universal. It's all the same thing. So going back to the bathroom thing, though, what happened with the bathroom? You said she did something to your bathroom? Or while she was in the bathroom?
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so what happened with the bathroom? Okay, so I got sent a text real quick. Okay. Something with my baby. All right. So what happened with the bathroom is that after so man, it's better if like you show the video, but okay, whatever. So my bathroom, imagine there's like a toilet right here. I have a towel rack right here, like a little bit above like the toilet.
Nice.
So I don't know what the hell happened, but when I go into the bathroom to check after the podcast, I see that the towel, like one side just like drooped down. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? I was like, what the heck? Like, bro, I already got a million things to do. I got my full-time work. I got my podcast stuff. I got my baby to take care of. I got way too many things to handle. Like, yeah, it's going to be a 15-minute fix for me. Sure.
Not the towel was the actual rack was.
No, like the towel, you know how it's held like this, and then there's a bar in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the sides, she just knocked it and it just like drooped down. I don't know what the fuck happened. She probably used it as a lever like a dumbass. Like, oh,
she didn't say anything
because I can't get the fuck up because I'm a fat ass.
She didn't say anything.
She didn't say anything.
Oh wow.
That's the thing with these girls, like these feminist, even Asian girls, like they would just do something wrong, and then they would just be like, "Yeah, I'm the shit." Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong? So that's why I'm telling you guys, like this whole thing about these girls who have emotional trauma and they go to like therapy all the time and they always preach it. They're these therapy cult cunts. Who always preach it. And I'm gonna do a video on this about therapy cult. They're all cunts. Like for real. Like whatever is going on internally with them is a reflection of how everything is messed up outside. I've dated a couple girls who have like BPD, who have like depression, and their room, bro, I can't even walk in it. I have to tiptoe. There's like boxes that I'm like, what is it? And the thing is, women should be more organized than men. How the hell am I more organized than your ass?
No,
that shit was
a
turn off, dude.
Listen, buddy, you provided so much value with that podcast, and you provided so much value for coming on here. So thank you so much, guys. This is Panda. He is from Controvert Podcast. Go over there, subscribe to him. He's a good guy. He's trying to do the world's work by helping us out with, understanding how crazy these chicks are. We need as many soldiers in the field as possible. So I commend you for doing the great work. And until then, we'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks.
Peace out.